The Denver Nuggets are absolutely going to be lethal next year. Like, I don't even think it's feasible. We just saw our man Aaron Gordon get a 4-year, $92, $94 million extension, basically about $22 million a year. And good extension for a guy who is the perfect player to be doing connectory things. Like, obviously, their playmaker is Nikola Jokic, with Jamal Murray being the secondary playmaker. Aaron Gordon's the perfect fiddle to fit with Jamal Murray once he's healthy, Nikola Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr. These four guys are going to be there for the long haul. Now all they got to figure out is the shooting guard of the future, not point guard. Let's talk about this roster: Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Will Barton, Monte Morris, JaMychal Green, Michael Porter Jr., Jeff Green, Facundo Campazzo, who I believe is one of the peskiest defenders in the league. Also, my cousin's named as him. Before we continue, let me hear those comments, likes. Do you think the Denver Nuggets will be lethal? Like and subscribe to help the channel. Zeke Nnaji, Bol, Bones Highland, PJ Dozier. I know how to say this. Dozier. PJ Dozier. Tell me if I said that correctly. I used to say Dozier, but that was supposedly the French way, and his is more I believe they said it was the Canadian Dozier, Dozier, or Dutch, something like that. Tell me if I said that correctly. Vlatko Canchar. Somebody also told me how to say that correctly. Vlatko Canchar and Austin Rivers. Tell me if I said those names correctly. Let's continue and let's talk. Look, the guard position, until Jamal Murray comes back, we expect Monte Morris to start, Facundo Campazzo and Austin Rivers to be the primary backup point guards, and then the shooting guard position to be Will Barton starting even when Jamal Murray comes back, with, I think, a combination of Bones Highland and PJ Dozier as the backup shooting guards right there. And I think we'll see maybe a little bit of Vlatko Canchar, but I don't believe he'll really play any shooting guard. So right there, I think, and I think we'll even see a little bit of Bones Highland at point guard. He did really well during the summer league, but I think they're going to continue with Monte Morris, Campazzo, and Austin Rivers being the three-headed point guard until Jamal Murray comes. And when Jamal Murray comes back, I think Rivers more likely than Morris will move over to playing more minutes at the two, along behind Will Barton, who will be the starter. And behind Will Barton, I expect until Jamal Murray, like I said, to come back, PJ Dozier and Bones Highland to be the primary backups, and then they'll probably move in Austin Rivers there too once Jamal Murray gets back to 100%. And then Michael Porter Jr. I expect to be the second leading scorer of this team, and he's going to go off and on. I really do expect him to average maybe along the lines 23, 7, and 5 with a block and steal per game. Besides Kevin Durant, I don't think anybody else is a better shooter or scorer on the move than our man, Michael Porter Jr. I think it's pretty ridiculous. And if you look at post All-Star break, he was averaging 22.3, 7.5 rebounds a game, and 1.3 assists. So maybe 5 assists is too much. So I'm going to go to 3 assists. I changed this to 3 assists a game. But I do believe that he'll have a career year in assists due to the fact that Jamal Murray will, I assume, miss the beginning of the season and probably make a debut around Christmas Day or New Year's. And yeah, when we look at this roster, I think besides that, we go over to small forward. Behind him, it's going to be Vlatko Canchar and I think not Austin Rivers. I don't know why I said Austin Rivers, but Jeff Green. Maybe a little bit of Will Barton, but a lot of people have been saying Jeff Green's going to solely play power forward in small ball 5, but I really think he's the power forward, primary backup power forward, which JaMychal Green, and also backup small forward, okay? Because I think he'll actually get more minutes at small forward than power forward, because I think the primary power forwards behind Aaron Gordon are going to be JaMychal Green and Zeke Nnaji, with JaMychal Green and Bol being the primary backup centers for Nikola Jokic, okay? And Bol, hopefully he does get unleashed. Look, everyone was like he went off on the summer league, but if we're going to be honest, the team played so much better when the offense ran the last game through Bones Highland than the offense running through Bol, where Bol kind of plays a game that it seems like he just believes the ball needs to be in his hand, because Bol seems like he does not have the ability to be a positive offensive player without the ball in his hand. Maybe this year I'll be proven wrong that he can play off ball, be a catch and shoot stretch four who occasionally slashes in the basket, catching an alley-oop or a bounce pass and finishing at the rim and maybe drawing fouls. Then on the defensive side, he can be a rim protector plus a interceptor of passes with his length is ideally what we want. And they're going to give him the shot this year. I mean, JaMychal Green is the primary backup center for Nikola Jokic. Technically, he's a small ball five with, Zeke Nnaji, Aaron Gordon, and our guy Jeff Gordon all playing together. So, I think Bol is going to get the opportunity to play 15, 20 minutes a night to fill the JaVale McGee role that was left there. And there's Marcus Howard on a two-way deal. And obviously, if they need shooting, Marcus Howard can do it. And Marcus Howard's a ridiculous dribbler. But I really think Zeke Nnaji, Bol doesn't take the jump. I think Zeke Nnaji will take that jump and be able to stretch the floor, play small ball five, and compete for some minutes with JaMychal Green, Jeff Green, and Bol. So I expect, besides JaMychal Green and Jeff Green, the Green Bros, I expect either Zeke Nnaji or Bol to make an impact this year. And even Bones Highland as a rookie, I expect to make an impact. I expect the bottom of the roster to be Vlatko Cancar and, maybe Bol or Zeke Nnaji, whoever's worse. But I expect the main rotation, obviously, once Jamal Murray's back, Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic being backed up by, Monte Morris, Facundo Campazzo, Rivers, the Green Bros, and either Zeke Nnaji or Bol. And then the rest is just going to be the other guys. So I think this team is in a position to be one of the best defensive teams, but also being one of the best offensive teams. I think they could really be a juggernaut this year. And people need to take notice because I don't think people were really expecting because I think last year was a bad year. Even though Jokic won the MVP, with Jamal Murray getting hurt, I mean, they didn't make it back to the Western Conference Final. I think last year, even though he won the MVP, I think we can call last year a disappointment, okay? It wasn't the season they were anticipating, so I think it's a disappointment to what they were expecting going into that year, having made the Western Conference Finals. So hopefully they can have a better year and not, struggle with injuries. I think this is a team that can make a very deep run and a team that people need to, pay attention to. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Am I wrong for believing that this is a team that people need to pay attention to? Because I do think it's a team that people haven't been paying attention to. So I want to hear your thoughts down below on what you guys think of this team. But besides that, I'm pretty much done. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm going to go do some shit.